Progress. Hi everybody, and I've managed to get another pick a card video done here. So I've got three piles, and you're going to pick pile 1, 2, 3 with your intuition. If none of these feel right to you, then don't pick a pile. There are timestamps in the show notes where you can jump right to your number. And each one of these has a rune with it. So pile 1 here on the left. Well, you can see it there. So this is, I'm actually, I'm actually not going to tell you what the rune means. So you just pick from your intuition. This is Jera. And we have, try to get in the camera here. This rune here that looks like an X. This is Gebo. And then we have pile 3. Looks like a line. It's a Okay, so maybe a rune will appeal to you. Maybe a pile will, one of the images on the piles here will appeal to you. So just think of a question. And if you don't have a question, then just pick a subject matter, like an area of your life that you want more information about, and take a moment. Just use your intuition. Again, if none of these are jumping out at you, you might want to come back to this video at another time. But speaking of time, there is no time. It's an illusion. So this will apply anytime that you watch this video. All right. So we're going to get to pile 1 here. We're going to just get started.
Recording in progress.
All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. Hopefully you have your question in mind or your subject matter that you want more information on. And this is the harvest rune here, Jera. So this is a sign that there will be a harvest. There will be celebration, joy coming. You're going to reap the rewards of everything that you're doing right now. More opportunities coming in the future, as long as you prepare. So, you reap what you sow kind of thing. So hard work will be rewarded. So there's your rune. And then we're going to lay these cards out. So I'm going to give us a little room here. And these are the water crystal cards to start with. So these are images of water crystallized with certain words. And so here we have autumn. Thank you. Release and resonance. So this to me is obviously a time period. Thank you means it just goes right with that harvest rune. It's like thank you, reward, harvest. And not only the world thanking you for what you've put into it, but also you will have a reason to say thank you, and releasing what doesn't fit with you and what has resonance. Hold on to that. All right, so we're going to kind of move these out of the way here. Lay some more cards out for you, so we can still read them. All right, so we have an oracle card, water, which is really interesting because these are water that has been crystallized, these snowflakes. And drink more water, eat foods with water in them, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. This might be maybe doing some type of internal cleanse or something with this release card and the water card. And a lot of times cleansings are done in the spring, but we do have maybe that you need it now if it's autumn. Or maybe if you're on the other side of the world from where I'm at, autumn is a different time of year for you. But I want to also say with water, it's the mirror image. So a lot of things that you're putting out are getting mirrored back to you. Just like these, crystal images. So somebody said the word autumn, and that's how the water crystallized. So you can use water to heal and to cleanse by talking to the water. You know, if you have a glass of clean water, just talk to it and use positive words or affirmations or whatever you want to say that's going to help your situation or your health, and then drink the water. So feels like maybe work with this. Also, with water sitting here, it feels like water signs. So water signs may be coming to the forefront. Maybe there's one that you need to release or one that you need to hold on to and value. So the water signs in astrology are Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but it could be anybody with heavy water in their chart, or like a water rising sign, something like that. All right, let's lay out some more oracle cards for you. Be assertive, abundance. There's something better. You're ready. All right. So sometimes these read, in a sentence together, but so we could take these first two, be assertive, and you'll have abundance, just like your rune here, the harvest rune. What you put out comes back to you. Whatever you were asking about or thinking about, there's something better. This is as far as if you asked a yes or no question, this is saying there's something better, but you're ready now. So if you're looking at timing, you're in control of the timing and you're ready. I want to just look at this a little closer. Again, these coins and stuff. I mean, this could be maybe buying gold. There's a lot of people buying gold and silver right now, or anything like precious metals. Water is precious. Maybe if you're prepping, for some of you may have asked something about that, store water. But it also feels like the way, I don't know how well you can see this card. So no matter what I do with the lighting in this room, it doesn't really help. It almost looks like water flowing, even though it's coins. And a waterfall or water coming towards you in feng shui and in the tarot cards does mean abundance as well. So this just really feels good. Whatever you're asking about. But if you're asking about, is this the answer? There's something better. You're ready for this now, this abundance and everything now. So if you asked about something particular, that might be one of the things that you need to release with this release card here. So let's lay your tarot cards out. 3 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and 6 of Wands. So it's an interesting 2 Wands cards here, and they seem to be going in opposite directions, and 2 Cup cards that also the characters seem to be going in opposite directions. So this is reason to celebrate, while at the same time feeling like you want to walk away from everything. So maybe you've been overworking yourself. This abundance comes in, the reason to celebrate, but it's like you've put so much time and energy into things, and there's emotional relationships or something that's making you feel like you want to leave. This could be a person, one of these people again, that you need to release that's causing this feeling, because this is not walking away. This is feeling like you want to walk away. This is also leaving to go to the beach, either to move or to go on vacation, but looking for higher ground, looking for something better. And goes with this card, there's something better. So if this person or situation is not giving you the good vibes, the resonance, you're not resonating with it, there's something better. You might need to let it go. 2 of Wands is wanting something better, sitting right above the there's something better card. So this is like the person that's conquered everything. They're looking out over the parapet here and they're like, what's coming up? What's on the horizon? I need something more. I've already conquered, or become bored with the current situation or done everything I can. What else is there? And then we have 6 of Wands here. So this is just looking the opposite way from this, because I kind of feel like this goes with you're ready. Like you don't need to look for what's next. What else? There's something better in the current situation that needs to be let go of so that something better can come in. And then 6 of Wands is victory. You're ready. You're ready right now. So the rewards can be coming in, the success, the business that you need, the answers that you need, and the spiritual connection with yourself. If you've been trying to meditate or get answers, or whatever you've been trying to do, it feels like, you're ready to do whatever you're wanting to do. This is a lot of emotion going into it, so don't let these other people dampen your excitement or feelings or your harvest time. It's like you got a great time period here of abundance and paying off your hard work, and then you got the rotten egg or the bad potato in the bag that spoils the rest. Get rid of them. Don't make them force you out. Get rid of them. So that is your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. These are really good cards, so I'm happy with these cards. So we have autumn, thank you, release and resonance, and water. It also feels like maybe you can release some of not only the toxins with some blessed water or, water that you're putting good vibes into, but also, maybe you need to get near water or bathe or swim in water or something like, I mean, it's pretty blatant right there, water. So, all right, pile one, thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you're interested in any of these decks, I will have them listed in the show notes. And again, if you're interested in a reading with me, I will also have links in the show notes. And that will be a more detailed reading, not a general. So thank you, everybody. And I'm going to move on to pile two. Okay, pile two. We have got your cards ready to go here. We've also got your rune that you chose, the X. X marks the spot here. So it does kind of feel like a signature needed or some kind of X, pointing the way, like here, right here. So, but this actually means relationship and success in relationships. It can be a great time for commitment. So either to a relationship with a business partner or a job or a person, or a new romance. All kinds of partnerships are in your favor right now. And you need to be considering rather only the healthy ones. So don't consider something just because you want a commitment, but you want healthy people around you at work, at home, all of that. All right, so we're going to lay out your water crystal cards here and see what we get. So we've actually got spring water. This is super interesting because if you watched pile one, they had the card water, but it wasn't in this deck. That's really interesting. And they also had a thank you, love and thanks, kindness, and we have coral reef. That's very interesting. So another water theme, even though we're using the water cards. But this specifically says spring water and coral reef. We have the relationship rune there. And so it feels like, this says love and thanks. So this does feel like feeling loved. And we can feel love through great friendships, a spouse, family, children, grandchildren, whatever. So this just feels really good to me. And this says brain, Hado, kindness. So brain health here. So this could very well be needing to drink more water. Maybe there's you're having headaches or you're having sometimes drinking water helps with those, like tension headaches or that type of head. There's a lot of different types of headaches, but also coral reef. So this feels like obviously I think right away of that they're endangered. Um, but I also feel like maybe coral, like there's something to this. It's the structure, the it's like the bone structure. It's kind of, what's really funny is I have a sand dollar sitting here. Oh my gosh. So maybe bone and brain health. And the spring water here feels like a time period, spring and water. So it does feel like water springing forth. And it's also making me think of bloodstream. So kind of with the brain, drinking water, getting blood to the brain, um, your red blood cells and all that are made in the bones. I mean, the bones do a lot more than just hold you up as a structure. So it feels like focus on your health right now and being committed to your health, being kind with yourself, and being kind to others, being kind in whatever the situation is that you asked about. Um, just coming from the heart, don't blast somebody even if they need blasting. Just try to come from the heart. Give your brain a rest. If you're overdoing things, you need to chill out and come more from the heart rather than the head. So let's lay out some more cards for you here. We've got an oracle card. Worth waiting for. Your patience will be rewarded. Let's just put it right there, I guess. Worth waiting for. So whatever you're asking about, it will be good. We have two foxes in this. So smart like the fox or crazy like a fox, whatever you want to say there. But your discernment is at an all-time high right now. You're very tuned in. And the brain again, the smart fox and the brain here. You've got a lot of mental capacity and brain power. So you will know who's the reward, and it will be worth waiting for. So if this is a person, because like a partnership, a romantic thing, because we have this rune here, um, it seems like when somebody good is coming in, they always throw in the bad person or the detour or the distraction to fool you, try to fool you. And what these foxes remind me of is the Fool card in tarot. And it's like, no, you got an inner knowing. You're going to know you're not going to get fooled. And so whatever the situation is, it's worth waiting for. So that's really good. We've got some more cards for you here, oracle cards. So we have reconsider, helpful people. Interesting. It's up to you. Okay, that fits with what I was just seeing with these two in the near future. So what you're asking for and what's worth waiting for is coming in the near future. And that could be the next second if it's already here. But reconsider helpful people. So we read these as kind of a sentence here. So reconsider these helpful people around you. They're trying to help, but they don't really know because you're the smart fox. It's up to you and you will know. She's even pointing at you. So rely on your own judgment, not what other people want to say in this situation. Don't listen to people can really get you off track. They mean well, but they can really screw things up. I've had that happen many times. So do not listen to others right now. I also want to say, and because it didn't go helpful people reconsider, that could be helpful people helping you reconsider, but it's reconsider helpful people. So the power is yours in this situation. It does feel like pile one where you're going to have what you want. Let's lay out your tarot cards. It does feel like these people come at you, though. Just can't wait to give you their opinion. But sword of truth. So you do know. But act with kindness. You have the kindness card. Be kind with these people. Be considerate, reconsider, be considerate. So we have King of Cups, Seven of Swords landing on helpful people. That's super interesting. Knight of Wands and Death card. Very, very interesting. So, death in the near future. So this could be an actual death, but a lot of times death means someone passing away if it's coupled with other cards. Now, we do have kind of an icky, oops, sorry, I hit the camera. We do have an icky card here a little bit. King of Cups, reconsider the King of Cups. This can be somebody, because they're holding a cup, they could have an alcohol problem. We do have, interestingly enough, the King of Cups, the water sign. I sat it here on the water card. Or some other kind of addiction problem, or they're just emotionally unstable. See the water there, the wavy water? And it's sitting next to this Seven of Swords card, which is walking towards this person. This is somebody that steals from you or takes something or does something on the down low or underhanded that you find out about later. This is an interesting card because in the background here we have two bunnies that are sitting around a campfire. That's what it looks like. And they're not paying any attention, but it does feel like burning away the old. So this person's stealing the swords, or they're thinking they're bringing the truth, because these are the swords of truth, right? But these are wooden swords. They don't do any good. And we have it sitting on helpful people. So helpful people bringing the wrong information, bringing wooden swords that do you no good. They're not made of steel. So we have Knight of Wands. This is a movement card, change of residence, leaving. This could also be taking your things with you as you move. So this could be in a good light as well, especially with the, the yellow here on the card, like it's kind of positive. Death card, he looks pissed. He's an angry bunny. So, with the rabbit skull. I love it. So he's a little angry. So this card to me says, this is letting go of things that you want to let go of. And don't let people guilt you into things. Don't let them make you feel you have to do a certain thing or be a certain way. Let them go. Death card. And by letting go of the old, it could be people, it could be situations, it could be things that just need to go. It will bring more stability. And then the sun's coming up. The sun's coming up here too, moving away from these people. So as these things die off, you take off on your own path, you leave. So, I really like this card here, though. Worth waiting for, your patience will be rewarded. If it is somebody passing, but this all feels like it's happening fairly quickly. We've got in the near future here. If it is somebody passing on, because it can kind of feel like that with this water scene here, crossing over. And also with these cards like the King of Cups, the Coral Reef, it could be you're moving to somewhere by the ocean or something like that as well. And it feels like it's going to be very good, but you have to listen to yourself. Listen to you and you'll be fine. This King of Cups card could be positive. It could be you living in a place on the water or near the ocean, since we have specifically coral here. But anyway, these to me are really good cards. It's letting go of the old. Death card means as things that need to die off will die off. And it's a permanent death, a permanent ending. It's a permanent change. All right, pile two. I hope you enjoyed this. If you are interested in any of these decks, I have links in the show notes. If you're interested in a more detailed, specific reading for you, I also have links in the show notes for a reading with me. And thank you so much for being here. And we are going to get right to pile three. Hi, pile three. Welcome to your reading. You have the Issa rune. And this is a rune of standstill, but that doesn't always mean a bad thing, because some things you want to come to a standstill. But this could be some kind of limbo, kind of like the Hangman card. Time's not moving for you. It could also be like people being really cold, like in relationships, stuff like that, like getting frozen, somebody freezing you out. So if that's happening, it means it's a time for you to start reflecting, to start going within, looking at things, and starting to prepare for the future, starting to do things as if things are going to get moving again, or things are going to change, or like don't let whatever this is, a standstill, don't let it define you. Just keep on doing something. Okay, so nothing's moving forward. Where can I take action? Maybe I just need to sit for a while and contemplate things, and then maybe they'll get moving. Sometimes when you like stare out a window and just let your imagination go, then the ideas start to come in. So let's look at your cards. Okay, so you've got the water crystal cards here. We have winter, confidence, Lord's water. God, this is the third time we've actually got a water card, which is love, and soul. All right. So maybe you live near Lourdes or you're going there. I believe isn't that where they had the vision of Mary or something, the Catholic thing? I'm not sure. But anyway, or maybe it's something with Catholic stuff. So this could be Catholic themes coming up, but love issues, soul, listening to the soul, which is love, having confidence in yourself, your own power. Wintertime is significant here for whatever you asked about. So let's lay out your oracle card. I want to see how this goes together here. Decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. So this to me is coming to a crossroads, being forced to make a decision because it feels like the time's up. What are you going to do? Listen to your soul. What's your heart telling you? Love. We've got a fountain in the background here with the water flowing again. So we have this water theme going on with all three piles, in addition to these being crystallized water cards. So it's time to clearly make a decision. So you really need to, if you're at a standstill, it means for a reason. You need to be taking time to sit and think things through and contemplate. Don't just rush. You're at a standstill, you're at the crossroads. It doesn't mean that the crossroads are saying there's no one direction. It's which direction are you going to go? So the action is making a decision. It doesn't necessarily say acting on the decision. It just says making a decision. So maybe the standstill is something that's in the winter, it's months away before this would ever happen. But you have to decide now which if you're going to do it or not, or which direction you're going to go, or what's your decision, so that you can start moving towards the point when it's actually time to act on the decision. So let's lay some more cards out here for you. What have we got? Remain positive, confidence in yourself, your power, remain positive, success. Yes. Wow, these are great. Choose a new direction. Oh my God, that's so funny. So I read these in like a sentence form here, but I want to put that right by this. So remain positive, success. So you have success if you remain positive. And the answer will be a yes if you asked a question. Choose a new direction means you're at the crossroads. You have to choose a direction. And this is saying, so like if you come up on a crossroads, so you're walking up, it's kind of saying don't keep going straight, go either right or left. Choose a new direction. Don't keep going on the path you're on, and remain positive, and you're going to have success. You're going to start moving out of this standstill where if you keep going the way you were going, maybe that's why you're in a standstill. This really feels like abundance again and harvest, kind of like the other piles, with the hands outstretched and handing you abundance. This card has the sun and the moon in it, which is interesting. So this might be around an eclipse time. Maybe it's an eclipse in the winter. We do have one coming up. Again, it may not be winter that's coming up in your country, but we do have one coming up here this winter. So the end of 2022. And it would be considered, I think it would be considered winter, but you might actually be looking more towards, because I kind of break the seasons up by the equinoxes and solstices. So we might be looking more at actually from the winter solstice forward until we get to the spring equinox. That is like the time of winter. So maybe that's when you have the success. In the meantime, you're staying positive, going your new direction. Let's lay out your tarot cards. Page of Wands of 2 pages. Page of Swords. That's interesting. 4 of Swords and 5 of, holy cow, 3 sword cards. So a lot of problems here, obstacles, worries, exhaustion, mental challenges. Choose a new direction. Look what's waiting for you if you keep going straight. The 5 of Swords. This is the person that screws you over, and it means it's coming in the future. So, and you find out about it. So you keep moving that direction, you probably just get screwed over. So change this. This is in a state of change. It's changing, meaning you're having other options coming up. You've got a crossroads where you can make other choices. So it's actually not really a standstill, because even though the situation has continued and this is what you're heading towards, it's actually changing. It's giving you a crossroads where you have some other choices. 4 of Swords is needing a rest, a break from all this mental worry and stress, or challenges, fears, before you can go back out and fight the fight again. So here's the Page of Swords holding up his sword, and here's the sword put up for the moment, and all the worries put up for the moment, so that you'll be ready to fight another day. This is truth. This is good news coming from the north, good news coming in a written form, such as a text, an email, snail mail. And Page of Wands is a message coming through telephone or some kind of message from spirit. So either one of these pages can also be looked at as a child. So these could represent 2 children that are involved in this decision or in this situation, and heads are butting, and the kids are kind of in the middle of it. Now, if this can represent your children of any age, So if you're 60 years old and your children are 40 years old, they're still your children. But this could be children, grandchildren, pets, but there's specifically two here. And I'm looking over here with the two. You might have more kids than two, but we've got the two bunnies back here, the two swords that he's holding, worrying about three of something. This could be three different problems. May not have anything to do with children. So, but getting news, if it's, it could be both children and also getting good news. So, that means this is going to have to change and go away, this situation. And you're going to go in a different direction. So getting good news through phone or written. And kind of feels like maybe the phone because he's looking over here. So maybe it's a text or something. Most of us check our phones these days for any kind of messages. So this to me feels like whatever you asked is a yes. So you could have asked, is this person bad for me? Yes, choose a new direction. So read this how you asked it. Remain positive is how you have success with this situation. And all is not lost. All is not at a standstill. Things are going to move forward. It's just maybe not the time to actually take action in the world, because this is a lot of mental stuff going on with these swords. So I was saying it's the time to make a decision, which is in the mind, but make it with your soul, your inner wisdom, not necessarily with your brain, or both, because we do have brain coming up, didn't we? Oh no, that was the last pile. So make it with your inner wisdom, because all these mental thoughts are just driving you crazy. Get out of the mind, get into the heart, the love space, and make the decision. With this water here, you might need healing water. You might also need, like the other piles, to do something with these crystals. See if I can flip this one over. This crystallized water, they said positive words to the water, like a glass of water, and then they took photographs of the crystals that formed. And these are just particular words. They said the word confidence, and that's the crystal structure that came up. So you might want to work with water as well. I would go back and listen to pile 1 and pile 2. Kind of feels like your pile's kind of connected to those. Not necessarily the opposite, like 1 and 2, not necessarily connected to you, but it feels like you are connected to the other two. So thank you so much, Pile 3, for being here. And if you're interested in any of these decks, I have links in the show notes. And if you would like a more detailed reading with me, I also have links in the show notes. But thank you so much for being here. Hang in there. You're going to make the right decision. You have the success card. Just be positive. Make a positive decision, one that feels good to you, and you have the success. All right. Thank you so much.